Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to be reviewing the Suunto Sonic Bone Conduction wireless headphones. The Suunto Sonic are a more affordable variation of the Suunto Wing headphones that drop the extra features such as LEDs, gestures, and a power bank for a $50 price reduction. Despite the lower cost, the Suunto Sonic retains the bone conduction design and high-quality speaker and microphone setup that lets you listen to music on the go while still being aware of your surroundings. Packaging-wise, you can see very simple. You have the Suunto branding on here, a nice shot of the product in the bright coral red color, a lot of the safety features and tags on here, and then a little overview of the features on the back side. I'll go ahead and open this up and we'll go over the specs. It has a cool design, sort of like a cell phone design. You have a sleeve, and then you have this premium feeling magnetic opening. So you can see, or you have this whole slide out design, so you can see the whole thing comes off, and then the headphones on the inside. As far as specs, this is $149. Again, that's $50 less than the Suunto Wing. You have an open ear design, which is one of the features of the bone conduction design. It sits against the bone of your ear and has a directional speaker that pushes sound toward it, which lets you hear your surroundings without isolating you. You have 10-hour runtime, and it can charge up completely in 1 hour, or within 5 minutes, you get 3-hour runtime. So if you have low battery, you can charge it right before you use it. It's IP55 rated, which means it's sweatproof and water resistant. Just don't go swimming with it. And you have dual device support, so you can connect to a phone, a watch, or two things at the same time, which is a nice feature. It also has a built-in mic, so you can take calls and then actually talk on it while you're running or on the run. As far as what comes with it, you can see really nice packaging with all the separate pieces divided up in these nice little holders. We have the coral red version, so you can see we have the headphone itself, which has this nice little holder. We have a magnetic charging cable, so you can see that little magnetic head. You have this nicely labeled storage bag, so a little fabric bag to store this so it doesn't get damaged. And then you also have these cool tagging on here, designed for adventures, and then all the instruction manuals and getting started stuff on the inside of this. That's about it. So pretty nice packaging, and you have everything you need to start using it immediately. Now let's take a look at the weight of the headphones. So the headphone by itself, that comes out to 31 grams, so pretty lightweight. Suunto Sonic has a wraparound design with an open ear bone conductive speakers. That means the speakers don't actually go inside your ear or cover up your ear. They actually sit forward of it. So this is where your ear is, and this one wraps around it, and then you can see the speakers are designed to sit flush against your face and vibrate against the bones. You also have these directional speakers, so you can see the little slots on the back, so that'll push the sound backwards toward your ear and give you a nice surround sound type feel while still allowing you to hear your surroundings. That's really important, whether you're cycling, running, or even just walking around. You just want to make sure you hear everything around you. You don't want to be fully isolated, so if a car is coming or someone calls out, you'll still be able to hear it. So a really cool feature, and again, great for high intensity sports, so you can have a soundtrack to get you motivated, but still be aware of your surroundings. Suunto offers these in 3 different colors: black, lime, or coral red. We have the coral red here, and you can see it's a solid color scheme with this nice rubber texture feeling, so nice non-slip material. And then you have this little darker accent color along the rear hoop. This rear hoop is not like a normal headphone, which you'd wear like this. It's actually designed to kind of hang out on the back. It just connects the two sides. It's not designed to support the weight. The weight of the headphones is supported by the hoops on the front that go around your ear. So very simple design, and it's a great feature with the wireless connections that lets you listen to music without having wires dangling or anything else. As far as the design of this, you can see nice smooth design. There is no USB port. Instead, you have magnetic charging. That's one of the keys here. That lets these headphones be sweat and waterproof, up to IP55. So don't go in the water, but for normal use or use in the rain, you should be fine. There's no ports or anywhere the water can easily get in. Branding is limited to Suunto, along that little accent color in white on both sides. So very subtle and sleek design, and with this high visibility coral red, you'll be visible all the time. Unlike the Suunto Wings, which are $50 more and have LEDs and additional features, you can see this has no LEDs. You just have this one indicator on the side, that'll illuminate when you're charging or in connectivity mode. So a nice simple design that gives you some visibility with the brighter colors like this. As far as the user interface, there's 3 buttons. They have their multifunction button on the outer speaker on the left side, and then a plus minus on the bottom. This is also the power button. So if I hold this, you'll see this little LED light will briefly illuminate, and then these are on now. So you hold it to turn it on and off. And most actions are simply one button press. To take a call or end a call, you press the multifunction button. To increase or decrease the volume, you just go up and down. And then to play or pause, you also press that one if you're not in a call. The outer button, the multifunction one, is pretty easy to use. There's only one there, so you just press it. It is slightly larger with a little bit of a raised profile. The plus and minus are pretty small, and you can see there's really not much of a texture to them. So it would have been nicer if these were much bigger, so if you're wearing gloves, it can be really hard to find which one you're pressing. But otherwise very simple. There's also some additional functionality. So a double tap on the multifunction button will skip a song. A triple tap will replay it. So you can really adjust your music on the go without bringing out your phone or other devices. And then there's also combinations of the multifunction and then the plus minus ones for device connection. There's also a Suunto app. You don't have to use it, but it does offer some additional features and simplifies the connectivity. Here you can see a 360 shot of the Sonic headphones during a trail run. They have a very unique design. You can see the bright orange color really stands out. And then it actually droops on the backside, so it helps it clear helmets or hats. And you can even wear sunglasses on top of this without any discomfort. And they also have the unique design with most of the speaker being ahead of your ear canal rather than covering it up. Most of the weight is supported by your ear, but it is still, again, very comfortable even on long rides or runs. Overall, we're impressed with the headphones. Again, they're really comfortable. They have non-slip material, works well. The user interface is pretty simple. You can do a skip, you can do a pause, and you can easily adjust the volume. The buttons are fairly small though. That was one of our biggest complaints. To adjust the volume, you have 2 very small buttons on one side, and it's hard to differentiate them, especially if you're wearing gloves. So it would have been nice if they had a larger touch area. However, you do have some audio indicators when you're pressing the buttons, when it's going up in volume or down, gives a little distinct sound. As far as the audio quality, it's kind of so-so. It's not as good as normal in-ear buds because it does have this open ear design, so you don't have any bass. You just hear the bass, you don't feel the bass. But the audio quality itself is nice and crisp, but you can hear a lot of the background vocals that you don't hear if you're playing music right out of your speakers on your cell phone. So it's kind of in between cell phone and quality in-ear buds, but it is one of the compromises. We found that the 50% volume worked most of the time. If you're somewhere louder, you probably want to go to the higher volume settings, but in quieter areas, they're more than loud enough. And we really appreciate the stereo sound because it almost sounds like you're in a live setting. So it's a nice compromise. Obviously, audio quality isn't as good as in-ear buds, but with this sporty design, long battery life, they're great for kind of high intensity activities. Now let's take a look at the Suunto app. The app is primarily designed to track your activities, and that's meant to be used with the Suunto watches. But with the Sonic, it also has some basic connectivity features. So if you go to your profile, there's My Headphones. And if you've done the initial pairing, you can see they're now connected. So from here, you can see the battery status. You can set up the dual device connection, the sound mode. So it's normally in normal mode, but with the outdoor mode, everything's boosted up. So it's a little bit louder, and that's good for urban settings. You can also change all of these settings on here directly from the device, but it's more complicated with the multiple button presses. So you'd have to look at the manual, while this one's a lot more straightforward. Honestly, the only real reason to use the Suunto app is to do the firmware update. So that's one of the nicer features, and it's a little bit hidden too. So if you hit the ... you go to the about, you can see there is an option here to update if you're not already up to date, and that's a good way to get rid of some of the bugs. But otherwise, a very simple app, and you can basically just redo some of these same actions a little bit in a more simplified manner. And you can see the battery status, but you can also see the battery status on your Bluetooth connected devices. So again, I don't really recommend using this app, especially if you don't already have a Suunto watch. There's really no reason to add this unless you just want to do the firmware update. Now let's go to the pros and cons for the Suunto Sonic headphones. What I like about them is you have an open ear design, so you can really hear all of the surroundings. on top of your music. You also have a non-slip coating on the exterior and a lightweight construction, which means they're really comfortable, so you can wear them for multiple hours and not have any pressure points. We also like the clear audio quality and built-in mic, which lets you take calls on the go. You don't have the bass that you get with the standard in-ear headphones, but you do get nice clarity so you can really hear the background instruments on all the songs. The main negatives for these headphones, the fact the volume buttons are pretty small. Would have been nice if they're larger and easier to differentiate, especially when you're wearing gloves or anything thicker. Also, it lacks a battery status indicator on the device. You have to use the Suunto app or look at your connected Bluetooth devices on your phone to see what the battery is. Taking everything into account, would give the Suunto Sonic an 8.9 out of 10. They're lightweight and versatile headphones that can be used while you're running or riding. Thanks for watching this review. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can see more content from us on our website at thesweetcyclist.com, as well as follow us on Instagram at thesweetcyclists. This is The Sweet Cyclist reminding you to enjoy the ride.